Hi, I'm Buddy, and welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day or evening or wherever you are. I hope you're making the best of it. We're getting back into our save here today. As you know, we last left off our character. There's a couple of threats outside, but recently we got into a bar. It's just going to be a good place to hunker down for the night. Now, one thing I didn't account for is the fact that my character is wakeful, so he's not tired yet whatsoever. So we're just going to go ahead and speed up time a little bit and take care of that. So hang tight here for a moment. All right, that worked out about as well as I could have hoped for. 6:40, not a bad wake-up time, but it's probably still going to be a little dark outside. I think what I'd like to do is run outside and just kind of make sure that that pile of zombies over there isn't going to be a huge issue. And mostly, I guess I shouldn't have walked in here. We'll make sure they haven't taken over this bar. And they have not, so we're good. Go ahead and check and see if there's any cigarettes over here. One. That'll count for something. Take the chips as well. We don't have a lot of food on us, so we're just going to eat those up right now. Ooh. Oh, no, we can't wear those. Damn. Oh, I saw something. That'll be good. The pile has moved a little bit closer. I don't know if I... You know what? We can use the training. Let's go ahead and take these characters on. We'll see if we can pull them over in small... Well, okay. Never mind. The small number plan has passed. It's okay. We'll keep nice and quiet. I would like to take that helmet off of that one, though. That's good for... Well, it's good for summertime. We'll see how it does in winter. God, this... Got some power behind it, huh? I am very used to using sharp weapons, so... Hopefully that's not going to damage any of the clothing. I know my Twitch chat tells me all the time I give them heart attacks by getting so close to them. Not the Twitch chat, but the zombies. Make sure it's not too bad over here. No, it's good. We can go ahead and take these guys out, but we're going to head back this way a little bit. I hate fighting up and down. Really hard to gauge how close you are to the zombies. I'll never understand that little juke that he does when you just let go of the right-click button. All right, some beta blockers definitely would come in handy for a situation like this. I'm swinging slower, I'm swinging weaker, and it's because I'm about to have a fucking heart attack. All right. And this is a mod that I did explain it a little bit in the last video, but I ended up cutting that out. This is a mod that I have installed called Weapon Condition Indicator. It just prevents you from having to go into the menu and see what condition your weapon is. You can see right there, there's a little green line, and it appears up here as well that, you know, shows you how good your weapon is doing, or bad, for that matter. And, well, hey, you know, I thought I found a fanny pack there, but I was wrong. I feel like we should just go ahead and take care of the rest of these guys, too. There's not that many in the immediate area, although they are migrating. Decisions. If I'm being quite honest and slightly masochistic, I do like to just fight them from time to time. I've been playing this game long enough that the thrill of the fight is very real. Of course, to any new players watching this, I would encourage that if you run into a pile of zombies, just walk away. Walk away or go ahead and just lead them away. Okay. Okay. I haven't managed to take any of them down yet. God, if the bat has nothing else, it has stopping power. And okay. 2. And 1. Almost forgot about this. Great condition. We're going to go ahead and put that on. And we're looking good. I'm going to take the scissors just in case we ever decide to get into tailoring. But for right now, I think we're good with what we've got. Yeah, they did decide to migrate the rest of the way up here, so we're just going to go ahead and deal with them. Hopefully we start getting those long, blunt skills popping up here pretty soon, because I can't imagine Normally on these playthroughs, Oh, jeez. Normally on these playthroughs, I start off with an axe as soon as I can find one, but that didn't happen this time. We may need those in the future. You never know. Field jacket. Again, I believe that's going to replace the armor that I'm wearing, but, you know, I feel like it might be worth it. It's very warm. And the winter is approaching, so let's just go with that. Yeah, it did do that. We'll put that in the backpack and handle it later. All right, one more guy. I can handle you. All right, nothing in there. That's good. Well, today what I want to do is I want to take you to one of my favorite places to live. A lot of you have probably built there before. I'm sure most of you know where I'm talking about, but you'll see when we get there. And there's what I led from the gas station. Phenomenal. And for those of you wondering, I know I get it on Twitch all the time, buddy, why are you playing so far zoomed out? Well, I really like to see what's in front of me. I don't know how people play so far zoomed in, but that's not me. Squint if you have to. We're on the same ride together. And I didn't think this through. I will be honest with you guys, I don't know if I'm going the right way right now. One of the things is I did actually take about a year-long break from it, and it's surprising how many things that you forget. But one of the things I love the most about survival games is that feeling of being lost. So forgetting a lot of the map has worked out in my favor quite a bit. For the feel, for the immersion. And we're driving. We're not hitting any zombies with the pristine news van. Actually, speaking of the news, we should have a look over here really quick. All right, we do not have the emergency radio, so we're going to need to find that. That's going to be a must-find before the 7th day or so. Because I know, again, keeping in mind that a lot of people could be watching these videos deciding if they want to play Zomboid at all. One of the things you're going to want to know is what to do when the helicopter comes. And again, per my settings, I do have the helicopter set to only happen once. A lot of times I do play with it on sometimes. We're not going there. Oh, this is... I didn't want this. I didn't want to start damaging the car immediately. But she go the way she go, I suppose. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, this isn't how we die. I've died this way many times, and this will not be one of them. Now, that said, we'll probably need to find a new van at some point. And that's okay. There are, again, I know I shouldn't have done this in the fog. Guys, don't do what I do. I like to think I've done just as good of a tutorial if you can walk away from this with a good idea of what not to do. Oh, geez, I actually did end up going the wrong way. We got a nice dark back road to have a quiet, content little smoke on. Okay, this road does get us there. Oh, is that a bulletproof vest? Again, don't do what I do. We're gonna make some bad decisions here. And a whiff. There's one. And another whiff. There's two. A couple coming from behind us. I think what we're gonna do here is just take this opportunity to lead them away. Which I just now realized, you guys have not seen me do that yet in this playthrough. So, a good thing for a second episode, I suppose. This is a trick. Granted, it's a very small amount of zombies here that we're dealing with. This is a trick that I saw watching a fantastic YouTuber who focuses a lot on Project Zomboid called Cromulent Archer. We'll get a link for him up here at some point. At the very least, it'll be in the description. Now, he just calls this moving zombies, or Pied Pipering. And my chat has taken to calling it the Buddy Special. But I did not invent it. I'm sure Cromulent Archer did not invent it either, but it's a really good way to get rid of some zombies if you just can't/don't want to deal with them. We'll hit one of them for fun, because he's an idiot and he deserves it. But, I mean, I do want to get my hand on that bulletproof vest. So with this method, really all you've got to do is get them following you. You notice I circled around them a couple of times to keep them in a nice tight ball. They do get faster when you get closer to them. And I've also got to bear in mind I have thin skin, so walking through these trees is not... Okay, we've got a couple more approaching us. The safest thing to do in the woods is not go into the woods. We're going to take this over this way a little bit. Try not to come out of the trees too far away. Now... By all means, this will not have lost them. I didn't pass through enough thick trees, but it gives us enough time to take this bulletproof vest and get the hell out of here. And here we are. Probably one of my favorite places to be. Granted, on a nicer day, it's a lot better to be at, but for right now, it'll work. This is McCoy lumber, and we're going to do something very dangerous. Again, don't do what I do. Learn from my mistakes as much as you learn from my guidings. And we're going to pull off the Buddy Special again here. Just walking around. Just walking around. One important thing to remember if you're new to Zomboid is you are faster than the zombies. Unless you're highly over-encumbered, I mean, you're injured, at a default setting, even with being a little bit over-encumbered, you are faster than the zombies. You don't need to overexert yourself. You don't need to start running for no reason, getting yourself winded when you don't need to. Just walk away. Walk away. Or in my case, you walk around them. This method does take patience, especially if you're playing on higher settings like Insane, or heaven forbid, even higher. These 16x people out there, I salute you. I don't know how you do it. But god damn it, I salute you. So with this, I haven't really taken note of my surroundings too much, so I'm gonna give myself a little bit more space here. Again, just by walking, I'm not gonna hit the shift and start sprinting away and lose my breath. Best thing to do, I would imagine, here with this group of zombies is pick up the rest of them over here, which honestly there's quite a few. It might even be a good call to, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna do it. Just draw any stragglers back over here. Yeah, you tried. Here we go. We're going to get a little bit more over here. I know I sprinted a little bit when I said I wouldn't. I think we're going to actually need to get them away from that door as well. First thing we're going to do is go in here and check. If I can find anything with a blade, any type of axe, long or short, is going to help us out a lot. I'm going to take on more of a crowd than I usually want to right now, but in the end, it's going to be worth it. Huge part of this is patience. This method will take a while. It's not a lot of action, but the good news is once you deposit them, you will have to deal with them again later. Make no mistake. So that'll be a fun fight for later down the road. While I'm walking, we're just going to casually chug an entire, what is that, a 2 liter? I like to assume it's a 2 liter of orange soda, and we're just going to chug the whole thing right here to flex our dominance. All right, that's good enough for me. We'll probably circle around them again 1 or 2 more times. Whack just for fun. I do love the baseball bat for that reason. It does seem to knock them over a lot more than normal weapons do. All right, we've attracted a few more. I'm gonna get the rest of them out of these woods and out from over there. I want them out of the woods before I go walking in there, so that's why I'm sitting here shouting right now. It wasn't to attract these guys. That's just an added bonus. And I think we finally reached the point our crowd is getting big enough that the zombies don't want to be near each other. Come on. Come on over. Nobody asked you to give up. Everybody in a nice, tight little ball. There we go. We'll give them one more circle around and then head into the woods that way. Now, see, and that's why I do it. That's why I shout. And I actually lied. We're gonna get them up here and then do one more circle around them. Then we're gonna head in through here, down into there, and hopefully we've gone through enough woods at that point for them to have forgotten about us. Give them one more howdy-do. Actually see how far back they are. I think we should be good. I'd like to get them all above the tree line before I actually head in, and that's going to be good enough. Go ahead and take off into here. Do it a little slowly so that they actually follow me in. But quick enough that I don't get bit by these zombies hiding in the woods. And see, it just goes to show that sometimes even shouting isn't enough. And that was almost the end for us right there. I'm trying to be careful in the trees here because, again, I am thin-skinned. Which ends up being trouble in the woods. We're going to let her follow us. I think we've gone down about far enough. We got some stragglers over here, but it's enough. We should be okay. This few is enough for us to deal with. And honestly, I think if I come hide over here, they'll probably forget about me entirely. So I'm going to wait here for a moment. Actually, I think I should be okay right here. One has already seen me again. I think I'd rather deal with these 3 than those 4, if that makes any sense. Of course, they've seen me. And this is going to be fine. Let's see if we can find any good pills or anything on them. Beta blockers would be great. A vegan hoodie. Thanks, Peach. Okay, a couple down there. And see, the method has paid off. They've all forgotten about us down there. They're in those woods somewhere. So again, it doesn't solve the problem. We will have to deal with that again at some point. But for right now, we're good. Let's go ahead and clear this place out before we bother checking any of the boxes. Well, I don't like that I can't see that one over there. We've got one over here. Let's see if we can whisper to him. Nope. Man, you have to be really close for that whisper to work. Jesus. And die. Thank you. We'll take a key. I don't know what good that does us, but we'll wear the gloves as well. Winter is approaching. Let's see what extremely rare loot nets us here. Well, we'll always take the duct tape. Good for repairs. Oh, the dust mask. Oh no, I'm already wearing a gas mask. One thing I found out in my One Painful Year playthrough where I have not found a gas mask yet, but I did find out that dust masks, medical masks actually insulate your face. So that's come in handy for it being wintertime. Let's have a look here really quick. I don't have a saw. That's phenomenal. I don't need mime gloves or a poncho. I think these roadside kits that is part of Authentic Z. So if you ever realize that you can't find these in the main game, that's why. All right, nothing useful to us there. A canteen is going to be good. We'll go ahead and take that. Nails. And again, these dust masks right here. Those are helpful for insulating your face in the winter. One thing I don't have yet is a hammer. I don't have a good hammer. I hope we solve that here. Ooh, this is good. We'll take that. It's a nice short blunt weapon. Granted, that's not what we're trying to spec in right now. So our main goal here is we find at least a hand axe. Wood glue and nails, always helpful. The planks are going to be good if we need to start making spears. At least we know they're here. Yeah, it's one of those changes that I'm very conflicted on. This place doesn't spawn so many tools anymore. It does spawn a lot of planks, which makes sense considering it's a lumber mill. I think most of us come here and we're like, why can't we find axes? Obviously, it's 1850, and that's how they commercially chop down trees. It makes sense that they're not here, but that doesn't mean I'm happy about it. All right, if I could sum it up. This, in a turn I've never seen before, I'm actually going to have to walk around to get to the rest of these. Huh. Okay. Just go ahead and do it. Should actually probably check on this as well. I think we're healed. And we are healed, thank God. It wouldn't be a buddy playthrough if it didn't start off with severe head injury. Man, not looking good. Come on, this is where I get lucky. No whammies, let's go. And fuck. It's okay. There are more warehouses here. And fill one of our bottles. Check this supply closet over here. Sometimes those can spawn some good loot. I don't think there's really anything else here, though. The main thing that I didn't really think through is that we're going to have to sleep here. And I should have brought the cot from that bar that we stayed at, shouldn't I? Hindsight is 20/20. Let's go ahead and place that down. See if it has the emergency station on it. It does not, but that's not the end of the road. You know, plenty more. Plenty more opportunities. Since we've cleared all the zombies from the front, we'll probably go check some of the cars out front. In fact, that's probably a good thing to do right now. Oh, look at this. Well, that's not good. Let's get that turned off. No emergency station either. Oh, I am a sucker for making sure I've checked everything. All right, let's wear this. Possibly decrease the weight a little bit. Kind of manage our inventory a little bit here. And we're good. Let's have a smoke as we walk over to these shelves. Couple of things to loot over here. And another radio. We'll check that first, too. I cannot stress the importance of the emergency broadcast station enough. Knowing when that first helicopter is coming for you is I would call it necessary. Okay. We're going to go in that door. That's unlocked for us now. Cool. All right, that was, if you guys remember, that was a lot of zombies here when we first got here, and we just moved them into the woods. Now, of course, shamed as I am to say, there's no cars over here. It must have something to do with the extremely rare loot, or it's also very possible that I turned the car spawn down because I hate myself. It has been known to happen. So, with that, we do have another amount of zombies to move. Let's go ahead and take care of these guys first. We'll whack them. Okay, whiff number 5, I think? I would love to level up Long Blunt here. Start killing them a little quicker with this thing. Again, I picked a character build that doesn't really have a whole lot of afflictions, so killing them with a bat shouldn't be so hard. There we go. A little bit of Long Blunt. Let's see how far that goes. The answer's no. I asked, how much more damage do I get, Zomboid? And Zomboid said, no. Okay, I need you to calm down, Crawler. Thank you. One more left. Because the foreman does not go down with the ship. That was supposed to be a kill. Get a lot of stuff on you, though, champ. Whoa! One of the things that's been really hard for me to get used to about recording these videos is, again, I do stream a lot, usually with a face cam, so anytime something strange happens, I am looking at the camera. Camera is not there, but I am looking at it. Okay, this is just too much. This is too many. I don't want to. So, we're gonna do the same thing. Same thing over here that we just did. We're going to avoid those ones, though. I don't really feel like stirring them up. I got some beef jerky in the backpack, too. Let's go ahead and consume that. All right, I don't think I want to take them up there. That doesn't feel like a good idea. I think I'd rather take them into the woods. Come on, circle up again. This is where the trait Cat's Eyes really comes in handy, is that, granted, it's not much better, but we can see a little bit better than a normal person at night. It's one thing I've always kind of said about Project Zomboid's traits. The negative traits are really, really negative. The positive traits are slightly better than normal. It is not what you would call an even trade in most of these traits. And we're going to shout by the woods a couple more times just to make sure they all come out. Because as you remember from the last ones, they did not all come out. You might think they are this time, but... Okay, I'd really prefer if they didn't come over for me right now. I run even though I don't want to. Give him one more shout over here. That's a good idea. I swung by the stream of another creator who's out there just learning how to play Zomboid right now. And they did comment about how I do this. And... they say, you walk into the woods all the time, buddy. What are you talking about? And I try to tell them that's because I sit outside of the woods and I screech for a good in-game half an hour before I actually am confident enough to head into them. With this, I think I've yelled enough. I'm just going to head into the woods here. Hope to lose them. Or we're going to die. And all this footage will be useless. Okay, they're a little close for my taste right now. And this was a bad idea. They're still very close to me. I don't think any of them have forgotten me yet. We're going to leave the woods anyway. And we're going to hang out here and hope that they lose interest. We'll know in a moment. I think that should be good. Yeah, I think we're okay. So we're going to kind of slowly make our way back over here. The whole goal of this trek out was to find a car that has the emergency broadcast signal in it. All right. Hope it's unlocked. Good, thank God. We have a key for it, too. This might be a good little sidecar. Or clown car. Let's have a quick look. No emergency broadcast. Alright, well that sucks, but we do have another one to check over here. And again, I've got a key for that, so that's a good little one to remember. No key there, but we got some cigarettes. Let's check the radio. Ah, good. 103.8. Good. We'll take one of our other radios. Actually, we'll probably go set that up in the car right now. We're a little tired, but this is probably a fight we can take. Let's go ahead and take care of this last one. He will be a problem when we go and sit in the car. Come on. The other one's aggroed from like a football field away, and here you are. Okay, thank you. Hi. Good to see you. No beta blockers, of course. We're gonna go ahead and add a preset. Oh, turn the volume down on that. That's no good. 103.8. Perfect. We will call that emergency. Tune in, and we're just gonna leave it there. I don't need to listen to it right now. We're not close enough for the helicopter, but cool. We've got that solved. I do remember the far door is the one we came in from, so that's going to be unlocked. It's a little dark in here for my taste. But again, light switches in this game are a little wonky. They seem to be louder than most things. So we're not going to mess with that. One thing I want to do before heading off to bed is we're going to come into this little break room here and see if there's any chips and soda. And there's not. All right. And nothing. The joys of extremely rare loot. I would shudder to see what insanely rare loot is. One downside is I do not actually believe there is a... and there's not. Okay, we've got to find something to sit on. There's probably a chair. So, you know what? We've got lighters to spare. Let's just go ahead and light ourselves up here a little bit. Also going to unlock this as well. Just so if we need to make some kind of weird entrance, we can. There's probably a chair over here somewhere. It's going to over-encumber us. Yeah, a couple of chairs. We're going to be in a lot of pain tomorrow because of this. And unfortunately, I don't have any painkillers. But this is one of the tricks of the trade. Go ahead and pick up a chair. And gently place it here. Yeah, this is one of my favorite places to stay. Nothing bad ever happens here. All right, and with that, again, I wish I had found some books or something to do to pass the time. Looks like right now I'm just a regular amount of tired at right around midnight, and this looks like a good place to call it. I know I said we'd start doing multiple days in these videos, but for right now, I'm kind of liking the slow pace, just one day at a time. Of course, you can feel free to let me know how you feel about that in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Again, you can always see me do this type of stuff live at twitch.tv/BuddyFox. If that's your sort of thing, feel free to swing by and give me a follow. A social media manager friend of mine also wanted me to make sure that I let you know to like this video and subscribe to this channel. I didn't know I had to do that. Learning new things every day. Anyway, zombies well moved and a day well spent. Have a good one, everybody. See ya.